Welcome to the next module on accidental project management. We're going to go into the implementation phase. Let's take a quick stock on what we have done so far. Taking stock of what we learned. Projects always comes from an idea of process improvement or some kind of an event that you'd like to plan out, or some kind of a special activity that is not part of your daily routine. So if you are in a business or in a company, you have your daily operations, which is what you call your business as usual type of work, the basis from which you are being assessed for performance. But from time to time, there would be extra activities, extra initiatives that you have to perform, and that is where project starts to come in. Projects originate in a more official sense from the derivatives of strategy. And from strategic planning, we are able to identify the key mission and vision of what the company wishes to achieve. And in doing so, develop strategy in the form of programs and projects that will be executed and implemented in order to achieve that goal. Through that, these becomes notional projects that we will implement, but we can't implement just yet because when they were developed in strategy, it was so high level and still lacked the details from which you will execute it to. And therefore, that's when the selection phase begins. This does not officially start the project, but every project goes through this phase. Some people call it a feasibility study or business case stage, where you try to look at different financial feasibility analysis, and you want to look at technical feasibility, and you want to look at various other forms of feasibility on whether you have the right resources, skill sets, equipment in order to implement this initiative that will help you achieve your strategic goals. We went through from the selection phase onto the concept phase, where we will now go and take the concept a little bit further by creating a project charter. From the statement of work that was provided for us by the project sponsor, we are able to identify that what we would really need to do is develop the charter. Charter is like articles of incorporation or some kind of mandate development document that allows us to secure buy-in, within the organization. It allows us to level expectations, identify the goals that we are seeking to achieve, the scope of the project, assumptions and constraints, and some high-level roles and responsibility. Upon completion of that phase, which we call concept phase or the initiation phase, we move on into the development phase. And the development phase is also known as the planning phase. And in the planning phase, this is where we take the project charter, and we turn it into a high-level WBS, work breakdown structure. We take the high-level work breakdown structure and then we decompose it to a lower level of details, and most likely we will do a kickoff meeting. The kickoff meeting allows us to cascade and inform the entire project organization and who is who and how they are involved. In the early stages of the project, you need more planners and subject matter experts to help you in the planning phase. In the latter part of the project, you're looking for people to implement and execute the project. And so from that planning phase where you take the WBS and you decompose it to lower levels of details, maybe 5 levels down, 6 levels, 10 levels down, depending on the size and the magnitude of the project. The WBS then becomes an input towards the development of our network diagram, sometimes also known as PERT CPM, or Program Evaluation and Review Technique, with critical path methodology. It helps us identify how long, according to the estimates that we put, the project will last, and the backward pass will reveal to us the critical path, where any delay in that path of tasks and deliverables will mean a delay in the entire project. From the development of the network diagram derived from the work breakdown structure, we now develop a Gantt chart. We take both documents, we enumerate the different deliverables and elements of the WBS when we develop a bar chart of the beginning and end of each task, highlighting the critical path with it, assigning roles and responsibilities in it, and using tools like Microsoft Project or Project Libre or Open Project and various other software. We are then able to develop the schedule baseline. Once we have developed it, as an accidental project manager, you're looking good. It's looking like you know what you're doing, right? And that typically signals the end of the planning phase once you have the baseline plans in place, and you maybe call another project meeting, whether it's a kickoff meeting or some other kind of name you would like to name it, but now you're telling the implementation teams that it's time to mobilize and act on our project.